Wetlands 1 is often called the Singleton Wetland, since Singleton Avenue was built along its eastern border. Wetlands 1 is bordered on the north by the Fairglen subdivision and an older townhome development that was built in 1964. Single-family homes were built on the southern part of the townhome development in the early 1980s, right up against the wetlands. The St. John's Shopping Center is at the northeastern edge of Wetlands 1. Flooding regularly occurs in the neighborhoods that border Wetland 1's northern edge. Singleton Avenue runs along Wetland 1's eastern border. It cuts through the southeastern corner of Wetlands 1 near the southern end. The Forest Hills subdivision also borders the eastern side of Wetlands 1. Built in the early 1960s, Forest Hills has no stormwater infrastructure. For 70 years, rainwater has been sloughed off into Wetlands 1 from the west side of the subdivision and into Wetlands 3 on the eastern side. When the wetlands fill, flooding occurs along the southern and western edges of the subdivision. Water regularly covers southern Singleton Avenue during summer thunderstorms. The southern part of Wetlands 1 is bordered by State Road 405. The western portion of Wetlands 1 contains the largest amount of undeveloped upland habitat of all of the 405 wetlands. Due to lack of access, these uplands remain intact. Developers have been trying to resolve the lack of access to these uplands for years. Since most of Titusville's aquifer recharge areas have been developed, it's very important to preserve these uplands in Wetlands 1 for their ability to recharge water into our aquifer. The vegetation along the highest part of Wetland 1's upland habitat is mostly sandpine scrub. Lower elevations are dominated by oaks and pine trees. The central portion of Wetlands 1 was once covered by a maple tree forest. Prior to about 10 years ago, the central wetlands portion of Wetland 1 typically went dry in winter and spring, and the maple trees thrived. Increases in rainfall and rising groundwater levels in recent years, combined with restrictions to water flow, have caused Wetlands 1 to begin holding water year-round. Maple trees don't like getting their feet wet all the time, and the maple forest drowned.